What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee and Rusty from Champions Chat, and we are here with your weekend contest walkthrough, WCW, where the big boys play.
Let me in.
So this is everything you need to know about this weekend's contest. It'll be live in just a little bit. Rusty, why don't you walk us through the blog reveal here, and we'll give our thoughts as we go.
Wrestling marks unite. It is Bray Wyatt Muscle Man weekend. We go deep into the lore for this persona that Bray embodied during WrestleMania. What number would that have been, Lee? I don't know, 30-odd COVID closure era?
Battle Dome He was at WrestleMania 30, and then through 34, 35, something like that. Yeah, anyway.
Well, we're looking at Muscle Man Dance, and we are chasing, I think, one of the coolest superstars that's ever been released in the game. Not only that, one of the most powerful, at least what we saw in the trial. So, hey, champions, shake those hips, pull up those pants, and do the Muscle Man dance with legendary Bray Wyatt. Unlock him with shards and bags, tour, and loot. Find more on the prize wall alongside shards for previous faction boss superstars and more. Lee, this is one of the most complex blogs that's ever been released and one of the most intensive faction events as well as solo contest happening on this boss battle weekend. So as we go through this blog, I'm going to play the role of the clueless idiot. It'll be a stretch for me, and I need you to play the role of the game savvy expert. Okay. So event kicks off today, 2/23 at noon Pacific. It's going to end 3 days from now at noon Pacific, so 2/26. And that's the solo contest. This is a faction boss weekend, but that boss battle will begin tomorrow, Saturday 2/24 at 2 p.m. Pacific, and will end Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Everything's pretty clear there, right?
Yeah, happy about that. I wish feuds would go until 6 p.m. Pacific on Sundays, because feuds are hard for some of us to participate in on Sundays. So I love that the boss battle is.
Every dollar you spend on WWEChampions.com, or what we call the portal, gives progress towards amazing milestone rewards. You can get Bray Wyatt Muscle Man shards, Muscle Man Dance medallions, Vader Hall of Fame shards, Muscle Man Dance solo contest points, and more. One asterisk about Vader is now that the striker Triple H, the Authority, has a 26K trainer ability. Hall of Fame Vader, what's happened to Hall of Fame Vader, Lee?
Well, if you check out Professor's video on at Professor G Gaming, you'll see that he was doing, I don't know, something simple like 25, 35 million damage per turn one. So yeah, go and check that video out. It's impressive.
Well, how are we going to get these shards to find Bray? We've got a solo contest that's going to have 750. We've got solo contest leaderboard. The top 200 are going to get anywhere between 100 and 4,000 shards.
Yeah.
Is that right? 4,000 shards?
Yeah.
That must be is that a 6-star recruit, I guess, for being number one?
Yeah. That would be like probably the top person only. I doubt there's too many that are going to get 4,000 shards. So
faction boss competition is going to give you 25 shards. Is important. Faction boss shop 40 shards. Premium 80. Break that down for us, Lee. How can it be both and?
So you're going to have your faction boss shop loaded in probably today with the shards of Bray, 40 shards, so you can buy those. Then you would have to reload it twice. I think it costs 1,400 in-game cash. So you're talking something in the neighborhood of 3,000 in-game cash, give or take, to be able to get all 80. So if you don't know, Tap Joy, the little thing that says, get more rewards or whatever on your device, you can get Tap Joy cash by partnering with that, playing other games, and etc. down there.
Limited time tours are also coming today at Reset. 480 shards. So that'll be a lot of the hard work right there. Elimination Blitz prize wall. Very important. Please pay attention to this. On the premium Blitz, if you will, that gives you the higher medallion payout. There's 200 Bray shards already on that prize wall for about 8,000 premium Blitz medallions.
Right. Yeah, I would say that that's. I mean, we've heard my rants on the prize wall stuff. I didn't pull, but I did almost everything on the elimination blitz and had 1,600. So I almost did not get anything off the prize wall just because I just wanted to prove a point or whatever. But 8,000. So basically that you would have had to have spent pretty heavily to get those 200 charts.
And it's not over yet. The prize wall redemption doesn't end for I think another 24 hours or so from this recording.
Right.
So if you're calculating what is the guaranteed path to Bray,
right,
put an asterisk in that. That's part of it, I believe. And then on this boss battle prize wall, looks like there'll be another 300 shards. It looks like there'll be 300 shards available in the web shop event. Those are when you make purchases on WWEchampions.com, and then you go to claim like bonus milestones, right? In the event tab, they'll have shards up to along that pathway 300. Is that right, Lee? Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah, the web shop event, which again, web shop, you're talking spend, and it's on premium, so you know what you're getting into. We're going to talk about a special offer that's unique to this specific weekend that may make that come into focus later on. But you've got the web shop event and you've got step up offers, so those kind of combine into one another. If you spend on the step up offers, that goes towards usually the web shop events, but et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, so those are bonuses you need to tune into. The step up offers, there'll be 170 within the step up themselves. Step up is my favorite way to spend, honestly. I feel like I can stop when I want to, I can go when I want to, and I can get out of it what I want from it, and I can also get some freebies along the way. Right. Overall, if you are able to complete the regular solo contest, you should be able to claim 1,295 shards of Bray. Yeah. And it looks like he is a 2,000 shard recruit. Lee, you want to say anything about the gap between those two numbers?
No, I mean, it's 4-star gold recruit, 2,000, overall 1,295, where that's if you did everything, Faction Boss Shop once, Faction Competition, Limited Time Tours, and Solo Contests. So those are all pretty accessible from what we've seen. So about, let's just say half, let's just average half that you're going to get that way. That means that you're going to have to spend to get Bray. Like whatever. I want to say, I hate to say that, but that's just the reality of this weekend's contest. Now, that is usually the reality for a lot of the weekend characters, but this one in particular, I would say I average with some spending about 1,500 each weekend shards, plus the faction events and stuff. So this one is not recruitable with faction events, normal shards. Like, you're going to have to do something if you want this character.
Right. Also, I added those two numbers together, 1,295 plus 1,150. If you were to spend and if you want the guaranteed path to Bray, that gives you about 2,400 plus shards. But yeah, like Lee said, it's a kind of spin to win strategy. You can also get Bray during the contest and enjoy a 1 token only 6-star bronze evolution. Does that mean a bag out of a bag? You get that?
No. If you get him, then it only takes 1 token to take him 6-star bronze instead of all the tokens.
Good. Thank you for clarifying that. So that's what some of the Hall of Fame loot also we were seeing, right? During Hall of Fame month, you could take him to 6-star for like 1 token instead of all of the necessary tokens for that category.
I mean, the Hall of Fame ones haven't changed, but there has been several where at least once a month they do a weekend. Like Grayson Waller was one of them, for example. I think you took him 6-star with you still have to have your shards, but it's 1 token instead of having to use a lot. And honestly, that's huge because I don't know about the rest of you guys, but if you've seen my Talent Hub videos, you know those 5-star Emerald and Diamond tokens are like super, super premium high demand for me. So being able to do it without those is huge.
We're going to move kind of quickly through faction boss info because I feel like a lot of content has already been created about it.
Yeah.
But what we're needing to know, this is a boss battle weekend, right? And required faction boss can be coins can be earned in faction boss battles. The higher the difficulty, the more coins you get. Remember, each level's reward can be earned 4 times by being the boss with a different style. Beating a level earns the rewards of all levels before it. So you probably want to reach high early on so that you can accomplish as much as possible. Winning with an entire team of faction members gives 2 times the faction boss coins. How important is that, Lee?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that if you are going to load into a lobby and there's only 3 and someone says, don't worry, I can beat him, I can do this, that's great, but you want to make sure that everybody's gotten their rewards already from that because you don't want to miss those. 400 is usually the little milestone or whatever, the thing that says, hey, I did everything, but that requires that you beat the boss on level 23 with a full team on all 4 styles, basically.
So this boss is going to deal damage and bonus damage for each turn that's passed. That's very typical. He's going to have a hardened yellow gem shield, which means it's going to take over 100 yellow gems, or it's going to take 100 yellow gems to break that at the higher levels. He's going to freeze player moves. I believe he freezes 2 moves at the higher levels. And this boss is going to be one that heals himself.
Yep.
Your strategy needs to be, and this is going to scale with increasing difficulty levels, and the boost amounts below, or that we're about to say, are according to max values at level 23. The multiplied gem strength is going to get a plus 15, blast gem strength plus 600%, blue gem damage plus 600%, and juggernaut gems, just stay away from them. You're not going to be able to make them. It's getting negative 100. You can't.
That's how they nerf Zombie Ray. Otherwise, Zombie Ray would just destroy this boss.
Yeah, that would be great, right?
But
nope. So we're gonna jump through. The boss's health is going to increase as the level of difficulty increases. At the top level, 1 billion health. Damage. So tune into that. We already talked about his freeze, but what's important, I think, here in this boss ability, it's important to know the turn order. It's important for you to know turn 1, what happens? Turn 2, what happens? What breaker do I need to have ready? Turn 3, if we make it to turn 3, what happens, right? So script out for your faction. I've started doing that. Turn 1 is we attack the boss, deal max damage. Turn 2, we attack the shield. Boss's turn 1, he does this to us. Our turn 2, we attack the shield, right? Boss's turn 2, he freezes our moves. We need to be ready with unfreeze on our turn 3 so that we can. So that scripting, Lee, do you think that's helped? Has that been one of the more helpful things I've ever done for our faction?
I think so, and I think though that as we talk about this, we have said, Professor has said, everybody has said 100 times over, you have to pay attention to your freaking boss breakers. Right. And every time, even in top factions, you get people who are like, why are you running that? It cannot be broken by neutralize. So don't use it, So to be as clear as possible, if you do not have a level 10 unfreeze and the one that removes the healer steal, you're not helping your team. So you need to have, on the team of 4, somebody needs to have level 10 unfreeze. Hell freezes over. You need to have healer steal, and you need to have somebody who can break the shield, maybe multiple somebodies.
That's right, and that's how you win. And something that's really important is to coordinate your lobby. Something that I've been saying, and I'm going to continue to say, is whoever's hosting the lobby should be the team captain. They should review and make sure you have everything you need before you launch the lobby, because you uniquely have the power to launch or not launch that lobby.
Yeah.
So be the captain. Be
Right.
the captain. There's going to be difficulty level requirements, meaning, right, after level 18, you're going to need a 6-star bronze or higher. After level 23, you're going to need or on level 23, a 6-star silver, right? And so it's important to know your limitations. As we're jumping through, yeah, like Lee said, Hell freezes over on your focused, Healer Steel on your chaotic. Very, very important. The rest of this you can check out on the blog because it's a lot to keep track of. But what I think is really important here is to notice you can redeem your Earn Boss coins in the Faction Boss shop for Faction Boss promoter shards,
Where are
coins,
you?
TP, tokens, medals, shards for the brand new Bray Wyatt, what we said earlier, right? So that Faction Boss currency you're going to use there. There's even an Ultimate Strap to redeem, tons of Superstar shards. This is the best place to get shards for 6-star evolves is on Boss Battle weekends. Is that right, Lee,
Yep.
or am I way off there?
Yeah, well, that or the guaranteed on the keep holes when you hit 20,000 there. But yeah, usually
Oh, nice.
this is, but this one you get to select and say, "Ooh, I need those shards. I need those
Right.
shards." So
Also, if a team member disconnects or leaves an ongoing boss battle, the team will lose, right, the 2 times multiplier for the faction boss coins. So don't be that guy. Solo contest is pretty straightforward. And then Lee's going to help us understand this faction contest because it's my smooth brain is still trying to figure it out. Solo contest, right? We've got a tour and a faction boss competition, right? We're trying to get Bray milestones, shards out of those milestones, and bags. The bags occasionally have the poster that we're chasing outright. We saw Rockin' Roman literally raining from the sky.
hey, stop it. Stop
Except
it.
they did not rain into our accounts.
I did not
So-
get Rockin' Roman. I am so salty about
I
that
know.
when I saw 100 people on Facebook got him. But guess
Yeah.
what? There's tens of thousands of people who play this game. So don't let cherry pick moments on Facebook steal your joy.
Someone else's highlight reel is not indicative of their reality.
That's right.
Top 20 leaderboard ranks will get a guaranteed Bray Wyatt Muscle Man at up to 6-star bronze. So that solo contest is really how you can chase Bray on your own.
Yep.
Solo contest points are going to be available in the tours and in Faction Boss. You can claim 200,000 solo points right out of the gate today at reset from the stamp card on the portal. It's the little yellow in the bottom left of the screen that you click and redeem. You can also claim another 200,000 points from the store if you purchase this week's Backstage Pass.
I did not.
Yeah. I did not either. That is a lot of points. For every pull you do, right, loot coin that you spend, you can get 12,500. Your first loot coin you spend is going to give you 100,000 points. And if you are one of the early birds, the lucky ones that recruits Bray during the first 24 hours of this contest, you're going to get 1.5 million points. So the max milestone there is 15 million.
Yes.
We've already talked about the rewards. You can get shards, you can get medallions, and you can get shard bags. Bags occasionally have posters in them. So good things to get.
But usually I would expect 10 shards of like you can see on the screen here, 10 shards of LA Knight, 10 shards of Sammy Bloodline. Expect 10 shards and you'll be happy if you get something else.
Nice. That's actually, okay. That's really smart. Yeah. I do sometimes expect the worst and then I'm surprised by the best. So
that's right.
Faction competition. Now this is different. This is new and exciting. Battle the boss with your faction and earn boss shop coins for Bray Wyatt shards, 4.7 million solo contest points and regular milestones, Vader Hall of Fame shards, Muscle Man dance medallions, and more. And you can earn 500,000 extra Muscle Man dance solo contest points on the leaderboard. So if your faction goes all out, that's a lot of points right there that you can get off the leaderboard itself. How
Yes.
do we get these points, Lee? And what do we do to get them? We assemble our
So
faction. Oh, go ahead. I was just going to read that byline. Assemble your faction and battle the faction boss together for awesome rewards. Over to you, Lee.
thank you. No, you're good. So the change to this one is faction boss is now a faction event. Kind of surprising,
Hmm.
huh? Isn't that interesting? What you're used to is there's faction stuff going on, but your individual goal is what matters. Now it's actually a faction. So, for example, the CSS before might have looked like defeat the boss on level 10 with any striker, and that would help your personal score. Now it's
Right.
tied to your faction score. So, for example, you're beating the boss with level 10 on any striker is 10,000 points 100 times. Beating the
Faction
boss
limit
on
100.
right.
Right?
Right,
Okay.
but that's what we're saying is you need to do it 100 times. Like your faction needs to be able to, if you want to max the event, needs to be
So,
able to hit that.
so if, okay, let's walk through the scenario. We've got a level 10 lobby open.
Mm.
I'm a striker. I'm the team captain, and I have 3 more strikers join the lobby. Right? So does that mean we get 40,000 points if we beat the boss? Does that mean we get
Theoretically,
10,000 points
four
4 times, one
Yeah.
for each of us?
Theoretically,
And then we've just taken 4 off of our limit. So now
Right.
we have 96 remaining,
yep,
right? Okay.
yep. And think about this because oftentimes the way this was when it was a solo event, for example, with us, I normally can beat the faction boss in 4 moves. Like I just do 23 4 times, give or take. Sometimes it takes longer, but give or take, that's what happens. And then I'm just helping people with their CSS or my CSS, but my CSS usually doesn't take that long. Now this gives incentive to the whole faction that once you've beaten your whatever max level you can do, you still need to go in multiple times and beat the boss level 10 with strikers, level 15 with attitude era, level 20 with new gen, level 23 with any striker. That's going to be the big boy right there. That is like 200 times 20,000, the most points, the highest limit in that regard. And then 20 with Chainsaw Charlie, 20 with Monster Bomb, 20 with Sami Zayn out of the Bloodline, 23 with LA Knight. Yeah, so I changed my stance. That's actually one of the highest ones now, if you can do that. And then level 18 with Bray Wyatt. So if somebody in your faction gets Bray Wyatt, level them up to 6 stars so they can get to the level 18 right away and do 100 of those as quick as possible. And that's going to give massive points.
If you pull Bray, have your faction Venmo you cash. So
Whoa.
YOLO him. Say, everyone chip in $10. I need
Pause.
all the 99 of you to each send me money
Wow.
so that I can help carry us this weekend. Right?
Well,
Isn't
that's
that
a lot of
great
points
weekend
right there,
contest
though.
walkthrough strategy, Lee? Would you not?
Well, okay, tell me if my math is wrong. If you move the 0 1 over, it's 2 million. So that means 20 million points if your faction can do 100 runs with Bray. That is 40% of what you need to do as a faction, period. And then
I wish I had
add in
that
if
trial
people have
Bray still on my
LA9.
roster. I wish I was allowed to keep that trial Bray. Don't
Well,
you?
even if you could keep
Doesn't
them,
everyone
you
in the
couldn't use
community
them.
wish?
Oh yeah, like if we all had the trial and we could all use them, yeah. That's why they have weekend contests that don't anyway. So yeah,
that's why they give us a trial, isn't it? Because the first taste is free, isn't it?
That's right.
It's to get us hooked.
And then you gotta pay. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, your faction needs you, and you need to do more than just your 423s. That's the way this works now. It's a great plan. It makes boss battle more than just hop in, hop out, and everybody together needs to participate.
I wonder if some of the top factions that are used to boss battles taking 1 hour,
right, or less,
are like, what? We have to grind this weekend?
What?
Well,
hopefully it's exciting. Hopefully it's incentive, especially with the character that came out with Bray. This is, we want to have fun. We want to see as much of Bray as possible. So
I just can't think of like John Lennon's song "Imagine." It's like this should be like the theme song for this whole contest. Living for today. You might say that I'm a dreamer, I'm not the only one that wants Bray, right? So,
Right.
Reward
See how
highlights,
tonight goes.
right? These Vader shards are pretty enticing after seeing what Vader can do. Lee talked about it earlier. I wasn't that high on Vader. I was chasing Neidhart until the Authority has made Vader so much more valid. Vader shards, Muscle Man medallions. Those are prize wall medallions. All those things are in the faction contest. The tour, Lee, there is a plate that is redeemable in this next section. Plate alert, limited time tours. Complete the chapters in this limited time tour to earn Bray Wyatt Muscle Man shards and over 5 million solo contest points. Plate alert, collect the 3 Elimination Chamber champion tokens in the Saturday tour and redeem them for an I Pity the Fool skill plate. What does that skill plate do? And why is it called that?
The description is wrong, by the way. This is one of the Rocky plates. That's why it's called I Pity the Fool. It says when you break red, you generate black. It's wrong. It's when you break black, you generate 10 random red gems. Look at the plate. You can see it there. You can see the way it's supposed to be. Right. But unless they're introducing a new plate, the I Pity the Fool Survivor very clearly does the opposite.
And that's the description of the opposite plate.
Right. So if they put in the Last Known Survivor, that'd be great because I don't have that plate. Although no, I think Last Known Survivor is MP. This one is Generate. But the other thing to note, because I was going to make another video on
This is an ultimate plate, right?
This is an ultimate.
Ooh.
I was going to make another video on Bray showing off the I Pity the Fool, but just note it does trigger at the end of your turn. So if you do the moveset where you drop all the things and the pin bar doesn't move, but then you go into the submission, that plate does not trigger. Just so you know. You have to do the finisher for it to trigger, or just swipe.
How do we get these tokens? Because I am interested. Friday, Muscle Man Dance Challenge. We got some CSS, Contest Superstars. Normal, we're going to have a Trickster. Hard, a Showboat. Hell is a Trickster or a Showboat, right?
Yep.
These are challenge matches.
So they're going to be harder. Yeah.
Maybe Extreme Rules or Survival. Do we know? What does challenge mean? Friday.
Challenge just normally is harder stuff, but yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Elimination Chamber 2018, Modern Era.
Yeah.
Strowman Express is the
Striker
CSS.
Strowman or Showboat Strowman. So Striker Strowman is okay. Monster Among Men is not. Unless they surprise us with an update suddenly.
At least that's not what's needed for the plate. So Friday, there's also going to be the Bray Wyatt contest reward. For the 24 hours, those that pull him in that first 24 hours. Then we're going to have KO's Greatest Hits Showdown.
It should.
Friday, there's going to be Showdown.
It should say Showboat, I think, not
Showboat. Okay.
I don't think they're running a Friday Showdown. Maybe. It's very possible. We don't know. But it should say Showboat, I think.
I think that's right, because he's our MLC free person. He would be the CSS on it.
Yeah.
If they, Lord help us, if a showdown comes in reset tonight, and Saturday, we'll be doing on stream tonight on Twitch. Saturday, there's going to be. Now this is for the plate, right? Normal, Triple H Hall of Fame.
Done. Yes.
Elimination Chamber champion, and then for Hell mode, Triple H Hall of Fame, Braun Strowman Express, or any Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. R.I.P. Bray. So if you have Triple H Hall of Fame, make sure you check out our 3-minute move set. You should be able to hit 17 million per turn with the Piper plate on that yellow-green combination move set. If you don't, oh goodness, Braun Strowman Express is a challenge, but you can do it. I believe in you.
I'm going to Google who won the Elimination Chamber in 2017.
Well, while you're doing that, Sunday, the 2017 Elimination Chamber with any
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt won it.
Went on to
Because I was
become
wondering
champion.
why in the world would they feature such an obscure year? Spoiler alert.
Bray
In
won.
2017, Bray Wyatt won the Elimination Chamber. And you're going to be able to wake up Saturday. Is it Saturday morning? And watch the Elimination Chamber post
Yeah,
production from Perth. It'll
because it's
already
going to
be
be
over.
super early for those of
Yeah.
us in the United States.
Reward highlights from the limited time tours. It looks like there's shard bags and Elimination Chamber champion tokens. Not
Yeah,
quite sure what those are or how to use them yet.
that's what
They're
we just went over. That's the 3 that you need to get the I
the,
Pity the Fool.
that's that's why we are in the roles that we are in this. The prize wall, right? The ever pesky prize wall is going to have. Let's look at this prize wall. I've unfurled it.
Yeah.
We got a Bray Muscle Man strap, 100% gym damage. Boy, that would be incredible.
That would be
premium plate, skill bag, B focused striker shards. I'm guessing that's to Evo up. Bray, if you pull him, you got your aggressive striker shard. No, that's just striker shards. This is for all of your strikers.
Yeah.
Okay, all 4.
Bray Wyatt Muscle Man shards.
Yep. Rhea Bloody Ripley heavy metal shards if you're still trying to shard recruit her.
Yeah.
Vader shards, Grayson Waller shards if somehow you missed that Waller event. Sensational Sherry shards, Carmelo him shards. These are some of the best superstars in the whole game that I'm looking at here. Undertaker, Mystery of Darkness
to the one I thought
shards.
you'd freak out about.
Well, we're about to get to it. Solo Sikoa Bloodline shards. I only need like 1,000 more to recruit him. So maybe I can get like 15 this weekend. That'd be great. 6-star silver token bundles, strap parts, and metal bits for those of us who might not get very many medallions. And notice I said us, TP and coins. Also the econ. There's going to be 2 loots this weekend.
Yeah,
that is
let's talk about
ludicrous. That is ludicrous. Lee, can you believe that? Get your brand new Bray Wyatt Muscle Man up to 6-star silver. This loot comes with many other top superstars. Top is in all caps. That can help you in this contest. But wait, there's more. The High Roller loot runs simultaneously with the regular Muscle Man loot. Look at that.
Yes.
7 featured or higher.
Well, right.
Does that mean I will get this? Does that mean I'm guaranteed to get Solo and The Undertaker and Bray and Carmelo and all of the... Does this mean all of my dreams come true if I get 7 featured premiums?
Yeah.
Or featured...
So Rusty and I talked about this off stream, and he helped me understand how the coins worked, and I helped him to remember that 7 guaranteed featured does not mean guaranteed. So 2 things. First, notice the premium loot, the minimum barrier of entry is 2 7 pulls. So in America, that's $20 each. So $40 just to get into the premium loot at all. 2 mega pulls is your middle option there. If you do 2 mega pulls, you will get 3 guaranteed feature or higher. 3 mega pulls. That's $100, $100. 3 mega pulls.
And we don't know the price yet. And just subject to change. We haven't seen this loot or the pricing that this loot. Works. So we are speculating based on price norms that we see in the game.
Correct. So, but to say it's 3 mega pulls, whatever they cost this weekend, but 3 mega pulls to get 7 guaranteed feature. And just be aware, the average featured pull is usually shards of the character, not necessarily something else. Now, I say that if you watched our stream or the stream pulls 2 or 3 weeks ago with Shinsuke, I did pull Shinsuke off the guaranteed feature, but that's not the norm. So don't go in expecting that you're going to spend $300 and get everything you've ever wanted. You're still playing the loot odds. It's just the loot odds are better now. Uh-oh, and I lost Rusty. Right at the end, Streamlabs crashes several times like this. But Good news is we got where we needed to go. So don't think twice. This no-brainer loot gets you the same items, that's important to note, in the above loot, but with more guaranteed pulls for Bray Wyatt Muscle Man shards. The more pulls you do at once, the better the outcome. So if you do the 120 pull versus the 80 versus the 14, you've got your increasing odds going, towards the 120 pull. Plus, you can get an extra chance for a 4-star gold Bray Wyatt Muscle Man in our forum giveaway. Join the WWE Champions community there and give constructive feedback. And everybody liked the post. Only 35 of you have interacted with this. Watch the video. Send it to others. You need to see this. That's your WCW for this week, where the big boys play. May the odds ever be in your favor. And let me in.